It is our final post-game show for the 2023 season of Auburn baseball. In the Auburn Regional, the host team Auburn falls by the score of 7-2 to Southern Miss, knocking them out of postseason competition and ending the season. Let's talk about what happened, your reactions, my thoughts, right here on our post-game show. War Eagle Auburn family, War Eagle E2C Network family, thank you so much for joining us. Whether you're watching live, whether you're watching on the replay, we appreciate you being here, hanging out with us, spending some time, being part of our little family within the Auburn family to talk about the Auburn experience. It's all about our sports, our culture, and of course, our family. So let's get into it today. This is a post-game reaction stream, effectively the post reaction stream for the final time for any sports of Auburn for the 2022-2023 calendar year. Put that into your minds right now. It is the final time reaction-wise. Plenty of other content here on this channel, but the final time we'll be reacting to a game in this academic calendar year. Makes you really sad when you think about it. But it has still been a great, surprising, and historic season for Auburn. Maybe we'll talk about a few of those things. We do need to talk about what happened in the game. We're going to do that. But first, let's start off like we normally do. Please do make sure you start off by smashing the like button if you're watching here on YouTube or Facebook, wherever you are right now. Help us out by sharing it out, liking it if you enjoy that type of content. And right now in the chat, in either of those all of those formats, post where you're watching from. Use this as your check-in period to let us know that you're here live. If you're watching on the replay, you can do the same. It is a huge help to our streams, helps people find us so we can continue to grow our little family within the Auburn family. 7-2, Southern Miss beats Auburn. Auburn fans went into this game, really I should back up and say this weekend, hoping that they wouldn't have to face Southern Miss. And after the results of the very first game of this weekend, it looked like that might actually happen. Problem is you got to win your first game so that you're set up to potentially avoid them. Not so much. So we sit here as the first team eliminated as the host regional. So we will talk about maybe why all those things happen. Got a few people checking in, it seems like. Ann, good to see you. We got Devin, what's going on? War Eagle Heartbreaker. And love this team. Hope they have this more success next season. We did deserve the host. Well, yeah, I would. We've got a Bama fan who's invaded, and we'll let you be here, hang out with us as long as you behave yourself. I do find it interesting that you come in, your first thing is RTR, but hey, what it is. But Auburn did deserve to be a regional host. Just because you lose doesn't mean that you don't deserve to be a regional host. We did have one of the more stiff competition regionals. Southern Miss is obviously a great ball club. Penn is surprisingly a great ball club. Let me put it to you this way. Auburn baseball is a great offensive team. Now, if you look at the scores of the last two games, you're like, huh? Exactly. Shows you how good they are. Sometimes the hosts lose. Not all the time. Probably not most of the time. But it happens. It is embarrassing, though. The Bats definitely did not get it done today. So 7-2 is your final. The only people, actually, there are more hits today than there were last night to talk about. I think we only talked about 4 different players. Looking through the stat sheet here, Bobby Pierce was 1 for 5 today. Ike Irish was 1 for 5. Bryson Ware 1 for 3. Cole Foster 2 for 4 today. Cole Foster was our best hitter on the weekend. Chris Stanfield got 1 hit. Cole McMurray got a hit. Kason Howell got a hit. Brody Wortham and Josh Hull, who came in as a pinch hit as a graduate, his final at bat, he did not. They did not get a hit. Nate LaRue even got a hit tonight. So there were opportunities for Auburn to take advantage more today, and we just couldn't do that. Effectively, I took the hat off and did a rally cap. Some of you that follow me on social media, you can find my handle down there. Saw that I did the rally cap, and immediately when I did that, we scored 2 runs. And Chase Isbell came in and did a lot better job than we started off pitching wise. But yeah. Ladarius says, I didn't think Auburn wasn't deserving to host. I just felt they snubbed Alabama by giving them the 16th seed. Well, of course you're going to feel that way because you're a Bama fan. Just messing with you. But yeah, so obviously right now this puts Southern Miss in the driver's seat just in terms of perception. Yes, they are with a loss. Right now, Samford and Penn are undefeated, and one of them will walk away with a loss tomorrow. Tomorrow will be interesting with 2 games. One of those teams tomorrow will have to play 2 games in a row, maybe even go 3 on the next day on Monday. It'll be interesting to see how this whole thing shakes out. As much as I would say Southern Miss kind of puts themselves in the driver's seat just perception-wise because they're a higher perceived team even with a loss. Samford, you don't need to close the door on them. They're a good ball club. There's a reason I did not want to see them in our regional. And here we are. And we didn't even have to face them. We talked about batting. Let's mention some of the other things. The pitching today. Let me get over to the stats for our pitching guys. Tommy Vale gets the loss today. He did not have his best stuff as effectively our ace. Not a great start for him, giving up 4 earned runs, 5 total runs, but only 4 of them were earned. Connor Copeland came in, gave a run. Chase Isbell gave up a run. Both of those, I think, were home runs. The home run ball was really flying. It did seem like at times today that the ball was just carrying for them. And then when Auburn would hit one deep, it would just drop. Sometimes it does that. It do be like that sometimes. Is how the kids would say it. Samford is a very good team. Like I said, didn't want to have him in this regional because I was a little worried about him, but not our problem now. It is over. The thing that is sad for me is that we now are going to have Auburn be dead in terms of a campus and a town now with a weekend that probably the town and university was looking forward to hosting all these people. They're clearing out for the most part. Elliot, do you think if I was talking like this, we would win? We would have won. No, we did not win. 7-2 is the final, but that shouldn't shock you in terms of the loss. Southern Miss is a really good ball team. If you haven't caught on, Southern Miss, Penn, Samford are all good ball teams. Auburn's a good ball team too. The things that we talked about on live streams, on post-game reaction shows leading up to this tournament, SEC tournament, and then even the final games of the season. The big question for Auburn is, can the bats continue to arrive for a pitching staff that has a tendency sometimes to struggle? The struggles came at times for the pitching staff during this tournament series, so to speak, but the bats were just non-existent, what we're used to. And today was a much better day with almost all batters getting a hit. Only 2 of them did not get a hit. So it's just one of those days that things are just really, really frustrating. It's frustrating for seniors, for redshirt seniors, graduates. However you'd like to, I don't have them all listed here in front of me, but I know Bryson is one. I think Kason Howell came back for a 5th year. Josh Hall, who got to get in his final in bat and struck out. That really hit me right here. But yeah. No, Ladarius, I'll be honest with you. I watch Auburn stuff, and that's pretty much it. It makes me probably a bad commentator of sorts, but that's really what I do. The committee thought Auburn did deserve to host, and there's the opinion that matters. But yeah, obviously we deserve to host. 2 losses and you are out. Auburn is out. Elliot's just now getting here and catching up with us. 2 losses, you're out. Auburn is out. So where does this take us from here? We're actually going to be talking about this on Sunday evening with Austin and myself on the Auburn Experience podcast, which is our banner show, the flagship show of what we do. Hope you guys can join us for the live recording on Sunday evening at 9, and we'll kind of put a bow on this season. Look forward to the future. I bet we'll talk about some of those things that are coming up for Auburn, some exciting things for baseball in terms of facilities and much more. So even though today we sit on a somber note with Auburn falling 7-2, there's a lot of exciting things that are coming up for the future for Auburn. So get ready for that. We're glad to have you here, Ladarius. Thank you so much. Even though you're a Bama fan, we love you anyway. We all have sinned and fallen short. We're going to jab at you a little bit if you're here as a Bama fan, but I feel like you appreciate that and understand the dynamic there. Anyway, all right. So here's what I'd like to do. Final thoughts, comments, questions about this particular series, this tournament, this team. If there's anybody that you'd like to give a shout out from this team, post that right now. What I would like to do real quick, traditionally what we do at the end of the show is remind you what you can do for us to help us out, what you can get involved with. I've already mentioned the Sunday night show. I don't have that thing set up for you guys already, but be looking for that tomorrow night, 9 Eastern, live stream. Join us for that. Next, we'll get some other stuff going this week as well, some other content going for you guys. Check out all those links in the description if you can. I know I'm knocking the thing around. I got this new apparatus that's I'm still getting used to, but I like it a lot better than what I used to do. If you can, check out all those links in the description. You could be a channel member if you'd like for $1 a month. Help keep the lights on here. If you want to plus your level of support, you can start at $1 at the Booster Club and go up to different levels. Help get yourself some perks and stuff. Booster Club members have been getting exclusive updates from campus from myself whenever I'm able to. You could be a subscriber, though. All of those other things in our description will help us keep the lights on here at E2C Network Central and continue to bring you the best content within the Auburn experience. And we appreciate those of you for just being here, hanging out with us, commenting, smashing that like button. Yes, Ladarius, I do think that Southern Miss is going to win. They got a really, really tough road ahead of them. You don't want to face Samford or Penn, as good as they're playing right now, with one loss. But when your back's against the wall, a lot of teams play really well. So maybe that's what's going to push Southern Miss over the hump here. Devin was kind of answering that too. I personally wanted Samford to win because we didn't lose to them. I mean, listen, emotionally, that's probably where I'm at right now. But then I have to listen to my two brothers who are Samford grads talk about that. So I'm kind of in a rock and a hard place. I kind of just want Penn to win now because it's the most obscure thing, to be honest with you. Yeah, Devin, overall, this has not been the best banner year for sports as a whole for Auburn. There have been some really good shining moments. How Auburn finished the season this year, and I'm not talking about the SEC tournament, but the season for baseball was one of those. How Auburn football, in some ways, finished the season. Other things in basketball there. So there were some nice moments, but just when you look at it as a whole, was not the best year overall. Case and Howell broke the record for games played. That's pretty cool. And Bryson broke the home run record. Some high points of the season. Can we confirm real quick, did Kaysen break the doubles record or did he only tie it? I thought he broke it, but I'm now questioning it. Would love to know if you guys know about that. I thought Kaysen, I know Bryson broke the home run record in a season, but I'm afraid that he came one short in the doubles category, that being Kaysen Howell. Clint, I knew I could count on you, and now I feel so bad. Oh, man. That just ruins my day. See, I can always count on Clint to be watching the background, and he is like the master statistician about these type of things, and he'll lay the truth on me. But I appreciate you being there, Clint. Oh, man, that sucks. That hurts me so bad. I don't even know what to say now. All right, so I think that's going to do it. We're sitting about right at 15 minutes. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. For those of you that were here live for a very glum, sad final post-game stream. but we appreciate you being here. Those of you that watch on the replay, thanks for stopping by. Stay tuned, stay subscribed, because even though sports season is effectively done, we still got plenty of content here at E2C Network, and we hope that you'll come along for the ride for the Auburn experience. Until we talk to you again, War Eagle.